Hi everybody, welcome to the Actors Academy. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we're going to be talking about part 2 for bad acting examples. So if you guys haven't watched part 1, I do suggest that you guys go back and watch that video. We are specifically talking about and going in detail on the voice and how the voice has a big effect on our acting and how it can make it appear either real or very fake. Today what we're going to be talking about, it's going to be on physicality. Now physicality is going to fall into the same genre of voice in terms of how much weight it has on your acting. So for example, you could be doing everything right in your acting. You got your lines all memorized. You know who your character is. You know how you're going to be telling the story. You have every single detail set. But if your physicality is off, if it is unrealistic, no matter how good everything else is, your acting will not appear that good. Because your acting will appear very fake, because physicality and voice make up a huge percentage of our acting. So if your voice is great and you got all the other stuff that you need to down, but your physicality isn't working, if it seems very fake or forced, then when people are watching you, that's how it will feel. So I'm going to be giving you guys 3 points today on the things that people do with their acting, with their physicality, that appears very fake when we're watching it, and how you can stay away from it. And by staying away from it, how that will make your acting stronger, better, and appear much more real. So point number 1, it's going to be coming down to the head. The head is one of the biggest things that I see actors doing too much of when they're recording themselves on camera. So I've gotten a bunch of self-tapes before where actors are sending them in and they record themselves and they do these big movements for very simple lines that don't need it at all. So for example, the line could be, hey, where was the cat last night? Simple line. But what you'll see a lot of is these overly big head movements that aren't needed. So it'll be like, hey, where was the cat last night? I'll do it again. Hey, where was the cat last night? That was in slow motion. I was here, and then I was here, and then I was back to here. It's just an example. I could have another line. Hey, do you want to go to the park later? Hey, do you want to go to the park later? Again, in slow motion. Hey, do you want to go to the park later? I'm doing all these big movements for the camera that aren't needed at all. And what you have to think about, you have to think about your everyday real life. How do you act in your everyday real life? In your everyday life, if you were to ask someone, hey, do you want to go to the park? Are you going to go, hey, do you want to go to the park? Are you going to do these big movements? No, in our everyday lives, we don't do that. We have to bring our everyday lives into the work that we're creating. So the head tends to be one of those things that has a lot of big movements. And if you can minimize it, it can make your acting appear much more real. So for example, instead of saying, hey, where was the cat last night? You could just say the line, hey, where was the cat last night? You could just be looking here. Or maybe you have a little movement. You go, hey, where was the cat last night? 2 different ways. Maybe you're here and you're not moving. Maybe you move a little bit. But this movement is much smaller than if I'm here, and then I'm here, and then I'm back here. Or if you have the line, hey, do you want to go to the park later? Hey, do you want to go to the park later? Here to here. Again, very small movements. I don't have to do all these big movements, and you want to stay away from them. The face, the head, tends to be one of those things that moves way too much. Point number 2, it tends to be symmetry in the hands. So for example, if I was talking and I just kept doing this and my hands just kept mimicking and doing the exact same thing over and over and over, it can appear very fake and very unrealistic. So if I had lines, again, we can go back to the cat one again. Hey, where was the cat last night? If someone was doing this symmetry with their hands, they might go, hey, where was the cat last night? I think I saw the cat go over there. I think I saw the cat over there. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just doing the same symmetry hand movements. In our everyday life, we don't do this. Sometimes we will have moments of it, but we do not do it for the entirety of when we're speaking to people. It's not a 90% thing. We don't 90% of the time just copy symmetry, doing everything exactly the same. And this is one of the things that we have to watch out for. If we do it too much, it can appear very unrealistic. If we do it once or twice in a scene, that's fine. But if you're doing it after every line, after every sentence, you're just mimicking and copying your hand movements simultaneously together, it can appear very fake and very unrealistic. Point number 3, what tends to happen now, is actors will do this. It's called a leg slap. They'll have their lines, and no matter what the line is, they'll say their lines they slap their legs. So for example, we'll go back to the cat. The cat's going to have it for this scene. So the cat's going to say, we're going to say about the cat, hey, where was the cat last night? Did you see the cat? I was wondering where that cat went. Well, I love cats. Something cats. I'm speaking and then I'm slapping my legs. Again, very unrealistic, not something we do in our everyday life. You have to think, what do you do in your everyday life? How to then translate it into our scenes and what we're doing. Now, one of the important things to realize through all this is realizing in your everyday life, has there ever been a point where you've went and you've done big head movements just in your everyday life, not being recorded in your everyday life? Have you ever had symmetry in your hands in your everyday life? Have you ever slapped your leg to make a point in your everyday life? Yes, you have. We all have. I have. You have. And nothing at all is wrong with that. What tends to be wrong with it, though, when we're recording ourselves is when we emphasize these things as if we do them all the time. So we do these big head movements in every scene that we're doing for every minute of that scene as if that's what we always do. As if we have these huge big head movements, or if we're always having symmetry in our hands, or if we're always just slapping our legs to make a point. It would appear very unrealistic if we always do those things. Now we can do them, and sure, maybe they take up 10% of a scene, maybe, but it shouldn't be taking up 90% of a scene, and this is what can be very troublesome for a lot of actors when they lean into these points. Now when it comes to this physicality, maybe you're doing all three of these points, maybe it's two of them, maybe it's one of them. If you can change it, if you can get rid of this bad habit, it will make your acting appear that much stronger. So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you stay up to date with everything. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you guys. Also, I'll be leaving the 10-hour acting masterclass down in the description below and also in the comment section if you guys are interested in that. It takes about 2 minutes or so to sign up, as well as the 10 acting resume templates. Alrighty, see you guys next time. Bye guys.